Good morning and welcome. My name is Sandra. My channel is called Sussex Sandra, and welcome. This morning I am going to be doing a first impression of a foundation. In 2020, one of the things I would like to do is bring a foundation to you each month. I want to try and keep them in the cheaper price range if possible, but obviously there's going to be an occasion where foundation is launched and it's going to be in a higher price range, so it's going to be in the mid-20s and £30. But if I can find foundations that are below £15, they're the ones I'm going to try and bring to you. In particular, there's also going to be foundations that might not be new to the market. They may just be foundations that have decided to extend their shade range, as in they've decided to include this colouring. So today, this is one of the foundations I'm bringing to you. So the foundation I've got for you today is from Rimmel, London, and it's the Lasting Matte Foundation. So I believe this foundation has been around for about 2 years, possibly 2 years, but they haven't always had the deeper shades available, which is kind of expected. It's unacceptable, but it's what it is. It's just what it is, basically. So if I'm going to bring some information up about it so I can tell you about it. So now the foundation has got 20 shades, so that's a lot better. The prices range from £5.10 to £7.99. I did actually pay £7.99 for this. I bought this in the beginning of January. This is just the first opportunity I've had to actually try the foundation. According to this website, it's actually available for £5.10 at 3 retailers. I don't know which retailers they are, but they are available. The shade I chose is 601, which is soft chocolate. Again, don't know if that's going to be the right shade for me. Today's the first time I'm going to be opening it and trying it. What they say about this foundation: it says, create the most flawless makeup canvas with lasting matte foundation. The full coverage, lightweight base that controls shine to keep your skin comfortably matte. The mousse formula transforms into a powder finish, plus it ensures your complexion feels hydrated and balanced for up to 12 hours. So you can enjoy a hashtag non-stop matte finish that lasts. So I will definitely be testing that out, because even though I'm a middle-aged woman, I'm 51 years old, I have got extremely oily skin. You can also see that I've got hyperpigmentation, so you know, an uneven skin tone. But on the benefit of having this type of skin is that I've got no lines or wrinkles at all. So swings and roundabouts, I've got oily, shiny skin, but I've got no lines or wrinkles. So there you go. So it says this foundation gives you a matte foundation that veils skin in full flawless coverage. It's lightweight mousse formula, controls shine without feeling tight or cakey. Skin feels comfortably hydrated and balanced for up to 12 hours. And they say how to apply. For hashtag non-stop matte finish, prep skin with lasting matte primer. I'm not worried about that. Step 2, blend lasting matte foundation from the center of your face outwards. Step 3, where you feel you need extra coverage, dot and blend lasting matte concealer, and you're done. Review wise, this is on the Rimmel London website. It's got 135 5-star reviews. It's got 52 4-star reviews, 15 3-star, 5 2-star, and 14 1-star. So 7 months ago, this 5-star review says, after many purchases of different foundation, I have tried this product, and unlike the other foundations I have tried, this one does what it claims. It goes on smoothly with only a small amount. I use a makeup brush to apply it, covers all the marks on my skin, redness included. Also, it lasts all day. Brilliant product, would highly recommend. So that's someone giving it a 5-star review. And then we've got one here which is a 1-star review, and this was given 6 months ago. And this lady says, doesn't last at all. Bought this hoping it would replace the old Stay Matte. Very disappointed. Coverage was poor, wearing off within 2 hours, but with bits settled into pores, leaving my skin looking gross. So much for lasting. going straight in the bin. Stay Matte was a great foundation, lasting matte fills and wears like a cheap dollar store imitation. And she does not recommend this foundation. Ooh, so that's two quite contrasting opinions on this foundation. So let me start applying. It's going to be a simple foundation look today. I'm only going to work, so I've already double primed my skin. I'm debating whether I should set my primer with powder. I do normally, so I should probably do that. So let me do what I normally do. I'm just going to set my primer. I have double primed it, so the primer I use the primer I always use is this. So this is the Becca Ever Matte Perfector Poreless Primer, and the all over face primer that I'm using is this one from Touch and Soul No Problem Primer, Water Essence Primer. I've actually found this quite good as an all over face primer, and with this, so when I use it with this, I just put this on the particularly oily parts of my face, so this part of my forehead, my nose, my upper cheek area and down my cheeks. So that's how I've done my primer. They've been on for about 5 minutes now. So let me just set my face now and then I'll apply the foundation. Right, so that should be enough, hopefully. Give the foundation as much of a chance as possible. So I'm going to do my usual. I'm going to do half my face with a sponge and half my face with a brush. Do forgive my sponge. It's my beauty blender. It's the old blue sapphire one. This is literally, it's on its last leg, so I'm probably going to use it today and then I'm going to throw it away after today. And then I'm going to use a brush which is a NYX multi-purpose brush, which you can buy from most of the stores. Boots, for example, cost £14. Fantastic brush for applying foundation. Let's hope I chose the right foundation shade. I really haven't got a clue. So let's see. Could be okay. It's actually quite thick. You can see that. So they say it's a mousse-like texture. It does look like it is, but let's see how we get on. Well, the shade's going to be okay, so that's good. Forgive the lighting. It's morning, so the light is quite speckled going through the blinds in my study at the moment. The shade's going to be all right, so whew, that's good. So that, just to remind you, it was shade 601 I'm wearing. Just going to apply a little bit more. The shade is actually very good. Right, so let's bring you in so you can see. Right, so that's the side applied with the sponge. That looks pretty good. It looks like it's a good medium to full coverage. It feels very light and comfortable. That's definitely a natural matte finish. This is the side with no foundation. It looks a bit powdery and grey because I set my face with a powder. Well, I set my primer with a powder. So that's how it's looking with no foundation, and that's how we're looking with foundation. Looks good. So initial, it looks good. Right, so let's do this side of my face with a brush. So that's how it looks. Looks like some cat turd, doesn't it? Oh, that's interesting. It actually feels like, it feels really dry. I almost feel like I need to spray my brush. It just feels very weird. It's because with normal liquid foundations, they feel quite wet. This is very dry. It feels like, it doesn't feel normal. I mean, the application is all right. It just feels weird. But I'm going to put a little bit more, but that coverage looks really nice. It's got a really nice finish actually. So I'm just squirting a little bit more. I'm just squirting that much more. So today I'll be doing probably about a 7.5, 8 hour working day. Time now is about 9:45, I think. Probably going towards 10 o'clock. So I won't be home until about 6, 7 maybe. Right, so that's how it's looking. What do we think? That looks alright, doesn't it? So I'm going to set my face with powder, but let's give you the time of application. Yeah, so it's 9:58 now. Let's get the clock app up for you. Yeah, so call it 10 o'clock. That's the clock app. Right, so I'm just going to set my face with powder and then finish the rest of my makeup. Okay, so that's my finished looks for the day. So I will see you all in about 7, 8 hours time. All right, see you later. Okay, hi, so this is, it's 1:30 in the afternoon, so I'm kind of like, I don't know, a third through the day, and this is how my skin's looking at the moment. Let's see if I can turn around. The sun is shining off my face. It looks shinier than it actually is. Let me see if I can turn around. No, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm getting sunshine on my face here. Okay, alright, but at the moment it's not too shiny. I'm probably going to go in and blot my face just a little bit. But so far it's wearing okay. It's not as bad as I kind of expected it to be, considering the reviews I read this morning. It's doing alright, so I will see you all again probably in about 3-4 hours time, and then I'll do my final thoughts of my first day wearing this foundation. Man, I look a mess. Okay, see you later. Bye. Hi, good evening and welcome back. Right, I am back after doing what I would consider a pretty full wear test today. So time now is, let me get my clock app up. Right, how do I do this? Here we go. So yeah, it's just 7:35 and I think I finished applying the foundation. Was it about 10 o'clock? I think we said it was about 10 o'clock. So what's that? So that's what's that, 9.5 hours, is that right? Yeah you know I can't add. Yeah, so that's about 9.5, yeah, it's about 9.5 hours. Yeah, so I've been wearing the foundation for approximately 9.5 hours. So you saw how this foundation did about 1 o'clock, I think it was. Actually it was about 1:30 when I actually did that little video to see how the foundation was doing. It wasn't too bad at that time. The foundation still felt very light and very comfortable. I looked more radiant rather than oily and greasy. I know I said that I was going to blot, but you know what? As I was walking back into the office, I got talking to someone, and then I sat at my desk, I had my lunch and everything, and then I completely forgot to blot. So I didn't blot, so I literally have not blotted all day long. Now, one thing I would say is don't forget this is the dead of winter. This would be a completely different situation if it was summer. So if it was like May, June, July, August, this face would be looking completely different. As of right now, I think I am what I would call, yeah, on the oily side, but not what I would call my severely oily side. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to give my sort of final thoughts about how this foundation performed. Not forgetting this foundation is available at most high street places, so your Superdrugs and your Boots, and it costs, how much did they say it costs? It costs from £5, what did they say? From £5.10 to £7.99. It was £7.99 I paid, but then again I think I had some discounts. I think I put in a 20% discount in there because I bought it from Lookfantastic, so there was 20% discount, and I think I also had some glossy credits. Actually, you know what, I don't even think I paid for this. I think I used some of my glossy credits to pay for the little haul that I did on Lookfantastic. But anyway, by the by, it's an affordable foundation for under £10, and it's easily available. So, All Control, what do I think? In the dead of winter, for someone like myself who has got extremely oily skin, this hasn't done too badly. I would like to test this out in the warmer months, but for now, dead of winter, this hasn't done too badly, and I haven't blotted at all. So let me bring you in a bit closer so you can see for yourself how this is done. Let's take my glasses off and then let's use some blotting sheets, and then we can really have a good look. So look, there you go. Don't forget I have got a ring light on up there, so the ring light does bounce off the oil and it can make things look a lot worse than it actually is. I'm looking in the mirror. Yeah, I'm oily, particularly in my usual areas, so forehead, nose, upper cheeks. But it's not bad actually. So I'm just gonna use me blotting sheets. Let's see how many of these that I need to use. There you go. So that's one. So that's two, and there's transfer there as well. Three. I'm going on to four here, just to do my general mop up. So you can see it's not even sticking to my skin too much now. Okay, so we've got 4 sheets here. The first sheet was mainly oil and the rest of it was oil and foundation transfer. So Oil Control, I'm going to score this out of 10. So for Oil Control, in the dead of winter, this isn't too bad actually. So I'm actually going to give this a 7. But as I said, I would like to review this one again during the summer. So for winter wear, that's not too bad. For transfer, this foundation did transfer. Yeah, particularly once actually it transferred even before the oil started. If I look at my collar, you can see I've got a foundation transferred on my collar, and I don't even think I actually went down that low when I applied it on my face, because when I've got a good shade match I tend to just kind of stop along here, but the foundation has rubbed along my collar, so it does transfer. I haven't noticed any foundation on bits of paperwork that I used today, so that wasn't too bad, but it does transfer. Particularly once the oils start to come through. So for transfer, I've got to, I mean, you know, and you can see it on the blotting sheets as well. So for transfer, this is an average foundation. Once the oils come through, it's going to transfer like hell. But I do think it will transfer anyway, sort of during the day. So for transfer, I'm just going to give it like a 3, because it's what you expect from most foundations, to be honest. Performance, I think this foundation performed very well. Again, this is winter, so I've got to think about that. It didn't oxidize at all, so the colour hasn't changed at all on my face. So when I say oxidize, usually when a foundation hits oxygen and the oils start to combine, the foundation will start to get darker in shade. This has remained true in colour all day, so it literally hasn't changed at all. It hasn't split, it hasn't melted, it hasn't faded. not faded much anyway, considering 9.5 hours. It's not too bad at all. I mean, I can still see blush on my face, you know, I can still see the bronzer. This is done pretty well actually for performance while. It applied really easily. I think I actually liked how it applied with the sponge. I think that felt more normal. It did feel a bit weird applying it with the brush because it was very dry mousse, and it's just a very strange feel. I'm just used to applying liquid foundations with the brush. This was like applying some sort of dry, very light airy product, and if I hadn't sort of checked my skin afterwards, I wouldn't have known that I actually put something on my face. So it felt more normal applying it with the sponge, and it felt weird applying it with the brush, but effect wise it looked good. But it applies beautifully with both brush and sponge, so no problems there at all. So performance, application, it blended, it formed, all of that, how it's looking now the whole day, felt very light and comfortable. I think for performance I'm actually going to give this a 9. Again, this is my winter rating here. I think this has done really well considering the price of the foundation. I think it's done really well. The price, well, you can't really argue about the price, isn't it? It's like between £5 and £8, under £10. 10 out of 10. It's a really affordable foundation. I mean, I hate using the word affordable because, you know, £8, £10, you know, to me it's affordable, but that doesn't mean that that's an affordable price for everybody. It's one of the cheaper, more accessible foundations out there on the market. So I would say somebody on a low income, school children, you know, teenage girls, they'd be quite happy spending that kind of money, their pocket money or whatever, on this foundation. So it's a more accessibly priced foundation. Yeah, that's better than affordable, isn't it? Yeah. Shade range, now that they've got the 20 shades, I would say that it's actually not bad at all, and it looks like they've got to the extremes as well. So they seem to have some very light and very fair foundations, and there was about I think it was about 2 or 3 shades darker than the shade I'm wearing. So they have gone up to quite a deep level. So I think that's pretty good for a high street foundation. Yes, it's not going to compare to the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. Nothing can compare to that because that's like 45 shades. But for Rimmel, this is a massive improvement. It's a shame it took them nearly 2 years after the launch of the foundation. Again, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if it's true or not, so I'm not saying this is fact, but from what I've seen in the store and what's available, it's a shame that it's taken them nearly 2 years to have the deeper shades available in store, because up until sort of last year, I was not seeing this deep shade in store at all, and I go to Superdrug and Boots. I wasn't seeing this at all. It's only recently. And even then, I went to a big Boots I've got in my town centre. They didn't have the deep shades available. They only had the light and the medium tones in there. I had to buy this deep shade online. So what I really would like is that the deep shades, you know, the dark and the deep shades were available in store. Because at the end of the day, when you buy it online, you're guessing. I mean, I'm actually quite good now at buying foundations online and guessing what my shade is. I still get it wrong sometimes, but I think sort of 80% of the time I'm getting it right. But that's not the same as going in store and swatching the foundation against your skin or against your chin and seeing if the foundation suits you. Because, you know, once you've bought it online, you can't return it. You know, once you've bought it and you tried it, that's it. So if you can try it when you go into store, much better. So that's what we really want. I want it to be available in store, so it's definitely more accessible, especially foundations at this price. You know, that's what we want, really. Would I buy this foundation again? Yes, I would. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I would recommend it for if you've got dry skin. This is what I always say to foundations like this that are very matte. If you've got dry skin, make sure you put on a good moisturizer, make sure you put on a good hydrating primer, because you're not gonna like the feel of this on your skin by itself. You're gonna think it's too dry. They've actually got other foundations in the Rimmel range that are more hydrating and dewy. I would say go towards those. This is a foundation particularly for people who've got combination oily skin, and if you want a real matte effect, this is the foundation for you. And for people like me with oily skin, yeah baby, this is a good foundation. So it definitely gets a thumbs up from me, this one. It's a good one. especially at £8. So I'm happy. Right guys, tell me what you think down below. You know how it goes. Plug in down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you press that red button so you're keeping updated with all the things that I'm doing. And before I forget, the giveaway of the box I was doing for January, I've had to extend that giveaway because when I was looking to do my random, looking to pick my winner on Friday night, I was doing my random comment picker and I picked out a name. So I recorded me picking out the name, then I went to check to see if the person was subscribed to my channel. There wasn't. Right, so I went on to the next person, did the check again, that person wasn't subscribed to my channel either. Third person, fourth person, fifth person was subscribed, but they also happened to be someone who actually said in the comments that they didn't want to enter this giveaway because they're still using the products that they won from a previous giveaway. And you know, so I thought, right, okay, I need to just stop here and make sure I mention in this video, if you want to enter my giveaways, I am only giving my prizes to people who are subscribed to my channel. So don't think just by like, yeah, I watch your videos all the time, here's my Instagram link. I need to see that you're subscribed to my channel. So if you're not subscribed, sorry, I'll move on to the next person because I am checking. I want to reward people who are loyal to my channel, not people who subscribe just for a giveaway and then they unsubscribe and then I see them subscribe again a month later when I do the next giveaway. It doesn't roll like that. I want people who are actually subscribed to my channel and are with me for the long run. I want to get to 3,000 subscribers. I'm desperate for that. So I'm looking for loyalty, and now I want to reward loyalty. So just to remind you, I've got this giveaway box for the January giveaway products. It's still there to be given away. You've got until Wednesday to make sure you're subscribed. Leave your comment on the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus video for January. So yeah, leave your video comment on that. If you've got an Instagram handle, put your Instagram handle on that and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. All right, okay, so I'll be looking again Wednesday night for someone who is subscribed to my channel, and then I'll get that box posted out to them because before you know it, it's end of February and I've got to do the February giveaway. All right guys, take care. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Okay, bye.